Hey everybody, welcome back. Another album review today. This one is a little bit different, I think, from some other stuff that we've done, that we've talked about, but I really want to talk about it. I'm pretty excited about this. Today's album is Carnivore by Body Count. If you're not familiar with Body Count, they are a thrash band, and they've actually been around since, I believe, 1990. They came out of LA. Most famously known because rapper slash actor Ice-T is the lead singer of this band. And they've got some notoriety behind them, but let's go ahead and just talk about the music today. Um, the rest of the band here, I'll just go ahead and run down the names for you. Vincent Price on bass, Ernie C. lead guitar, Juan of the Dead also on guitar, Ill Will on drums, Sean E. Sean deals with the samples, and of course, again, Ice-T on vocals. So let's go track by track here just to kind of clear it out. We start out with Carnivore, the title track. Very ominous kind of beginning to this album, sirens. There's this low, chunky guitar that starts the album out. And then it's just kind of, there's this roaring over and over again behind, I guess what you'd call the chorus where they're saying Carnivore. Nice way to open this. Quick note, I didn't really know what to expect out of this album specifically. I've heard some of their older stuff, but really, really pleasantly surprised. After that, Point the Finger. It's faster. There's this kind of death growling involved, which comes courtesy of Riley Gale from Power Trip as kind of a guest growler on this track. So this one, as you might expect from a Body Count album, is very socially conscious. This song deals with kind of the response to police shootings and kind of the fear associated with all of that, and kind of really the madness out there with all that. So Point the Finger, again, that's that one. I have 3 songs marked on this album as my top 3, my favorite songs. This next is one of them, Bum Rush. It's kind of a throwback to old school rap metal. Maybe you like some of the collaborations back in the day before rap metal really kind of became a thing. Thinking back to like Anthrax and Public Enemy, kind of combos like that. But it's got this rap drum beat, and at the same time, it's got thrash guitar over top of it. Very, very, very old school sounding in that respect. Even thinking back to some of your, like Suicidal Tendencies and guys like that who were throwing rap and punk and thrash and all that kind of stuff together from the beginning. Next up, they do a cover of Ace of Spades by Motorhead. Ice-T starts out the song by saying this is, they like to do a tribute to somebody that's inspired them along the way on every Body Count album. And here they do Ace of Spades. So musically, it is spot on, instrumentally spot on. Lyrically, of course, if you're looking for Lemmy, you're not going to get Lemmy. But Ice-T's delivery, his growly kind of gravelly voice, is it does really well for the song. So it's kind of weird for me to say like Ice-T's thrash band covering one of my favorite Motorhead songs, but there it is, and it's a great version. Next up, Another Level, kind of a slow, grinding. Lyrically, it's all about persevering and rising above. A little bit of actually guest artist on this one too. Hatebreed's Jamie Jasta provides a little bit of yelling in there to mix things up. Next up, Colors 2020. And if you are an Ice-T fan or just a fan of old school rap, then you know this one. You know Colors. From the movie Colors, the song Colors, Ice-T's album, I think, was actually called Colors. So he is remixing himself here, doing a thrash metal version of his hit song Colors. Really nice remake here. It's the same delivery, the same flow lyrically, but it's got buzzy guitars in there. 1988 was the original of Colors, and you will definitely recognize this track. One of my 3 favorites on the album. Followed up by No Remorse, kind of this churning, grinding guitar. It's very unapologetic lyrically. Kind of a, I did some rough things along the way, but I did what I had to do. Really, I was forced to kind of end up the way that things ended up. And that's really a lot of what Ice-T and Body Count stands for. It's not sugarcoating anything, living in a kind of a tough world and doing what you have to do to survive. So again, lyrically, that's what you get. After that, you've got When I'm Gone, and this one is actually a tribute to Nipsey Hussle, who passed away not that long ago. Interesting thing here, another guest musician, guest singer, Amy Lee from Evanescence. So really an interesting combination here, Ice-T bringing Amy Lee in, but definitely worth a listen there as well. Next up, my third of my three favorite songs on the album, The Critical Beatdown. This one, lyrically, it's very old school Ice-T. It sounds like Ice-T, and it could very well, if you took out the guitars, fit in with an old 80s or 90s Ice-T album. It's aggressive, it's challenging, it's confrontational. Again, it's really just, if you know him, it's who he is. I like it a lot. Followed up by The Hate Is Real. And this one, kind of related to the title, this is a very socially conscious track. And this is an anti-hate song all the way around. Not just about, black versus white kind of stuff, but very real talking about the hate that a lot of different groups receive, whether it's for the color of their skin or their orientation sexually or whatever. So it's really a great song. It's kind of a very unifying song, bringing together anybody who's ever been hated on. And then finally, the album finishes up with 6 in the Morning 2020, which, if you have guessed by the title, again, it's another thrash metal update of an Ice-T song from about 1987, 6 in the Morning. And as soon as you hear it, you'll probably recognize it if you've come from that era and you were around and you heard any kind of rap back in the day. So there you go, Body Count, Carnivore, really a nice mix of stuff here. A lot of thrash, a lot of aggression, a lot of socially conscious lyrics, nice mix of rap thrown in there, back to the old school, into the new school, a lot of different things going on. I like this album. Check it out. I will leave you the links below, and I will see you later.